Hello, and welcome to Year of the Vampire. This week we watched Hellboy Blood and Iron.
I completely forgot that this movie had like a vampire as the central antagonist, which is too bad because I've watched this and the Sword of Storms movie a lot. The Sword of Storms title is still on the little picture we used because this was the best picture I could get, and they're usually sold in double packs.
Oh,
So I did what I could. Anyway, yeah, I like Hellboy movies, so remembering that one of the animated ones, which I think are the best Hellboy movies, actually featured a vampire antagonist, it's like, yeah, we got to do that for Year of the Vampire.
well, the animated ones are generally more pretty close to the actual.
Yeah, they're more
stuff,
comic.
right?
They're more comic accurate because
Alright.
the live action Del Toro movies,
I like 'em,
despite
but-
being entertaining, are not at all accurate to the comics. Anyway, all right, let's get into our points. Story opens up with a flashback. Well, a flashback not the same flashback, but we go to these different flashbacks repeatedly throughout the movie. It opens up with Dr. Broom, or Brutenholm, as he's called in the comics. I think they changed his name for like the films to
probably just make it easier to pronounce.
yeah. Anyway, he's with a group of I believe they're in Europe, right? They're like somewhere in Eastern Europe from the sound of it.
It's like a priest and a bunch of guards.
Yeah, they're hunting a vampire who's been killing off some young ladies in town. I could have said that less weird.
Bathory style.
Oh yeah. So oh my god, sorry. That's how the movie opens up. They go to where she's hanging out. She kills a couple of them.
Yeah.
The priest guy runs off, and then we just go back to the present day, in which the BPRD is sent on a mission to actually go to this large haunted mansion, which just obviously is the same place where he fought the vampire lady.
There were.
Wait, no, it's not the same place. No, it's the guy that had the mansion. It bought stuff from her place.
The guy was like a morbid collector. or
Yeah, so the
something,
ghosts moved with it. Excuse me.
There was an insane amount of ghosts in this movie.
Yeah, like how many people did that vampire chick kill? Like 50?
The real life one?
No, the real life one wasn't a vampire.
Nah, she was just crazy. But
Yeah, crazy vampire.
it was a lot. I don't remember the exact number, but it was a lot.
Anyway, yeah, they get to the house, shenanigans ensue, and then they end up fighting a vampire, a werewolf, and also a goddess.
And some harpies.
Because that's just the kind of thing that happens in Hellboy. Acting. I really liked the acting, primarily because it was the main cast of Hellboy, Liz, Abe, and Dr. Broom were played by their actors in the Del Toro movies.
Yeah. Which is always nice hearing them again.
Yeah, which I actually didn't realize that Del Toro had some kind of producing credit on this movie, at least. I don't know if he did on the other one, the Sword of Storms. It was some kind of like creative producing, I think. I saw it when the credits were rolling this evening.
It's still neat that he's involved, though.
Yeah, I like the live-action Hellboy movies. I just like these ones a little better, personally, because, I don't know, I like them when they're more comic accurate, I suppose.
Yes.
But yeah, acting I thought was phenomenal. Actually, give me like 1 second. Talk about the sound and such.
I don't really remember too much music if we're talking about sound-wise, but
Yeah, I think it was another one where it was mostly ambient sounds.
kind of
It picked up during like the suspenseful and action
Yeah, like
scenes
the
like you'd
actual fighting,
expect,
but
but when there
definitely
wasn't a
more
lot going
atmospheric.
on, it was like really quiet or practically non-existent, just kind of letting the
But if we're talking about like the regular sounds that you would expect to hear in movies and stuff, it all sounded natural, and it worked really good with the cartoon animation.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Sorry, going back to acting, Hecate, the goddess that they fought, was voiced by Cree Summer.
Huh.
Which you probably could have recognized if we had done this earlier in the day, because I know you've heard her voice in a fuck ton of different things because everyone has because she's in a fuck ton of different things.
Fair enough.
Oh, and obviously, you're right. Jim Cummings is the dude at the beginning.
I mean, you hear his voice, you know it's him.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. You can't really confuse Jim Cummings with anybody else because his voice is just that recognizable. But I just wanted to go back and confirm that what I was hearing was right because yeah, there's a lot of good voice work in this movie. Sorry,
we can combine the last two, the cinematography and
yeah, we don't always
effects.
always combine them in these animated ones, which we should try and get these a little more consistent in case for like the rest of this year and the next years when we do these
If we
movies
watch more cartoons
I mean, the next year is going to be robots, and we already have the wild robot
and robots.
Oh yeah, right. Anyway, yeah, we should start just combining the cinematography and special effects since they all just kind of flow into the art style and how the characters move and such. I like the art style. It looks a lot like Mike Mignola. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. It looks a lot like his art style that he used in the comics, which I appreciate. His art style is kind of strange, but it's really unique and interesting to look at.
Yeah, and I can always appreciate a really well done 2D animation. So
yeah, there's even something like more complicated, like I guess you don't really call it choreography, but there's like more complicated fight scenes that just I don't know. It's really well made. I'm not like an art
drawn like actual fighting stuff. Do you have to do specific angles in certain ways? I wouldn't be able to explain how.
Heck, they did weird angles throughout the movie during not fight scenes too.
Yeah, but no, it was all really cool.
Yeah, I really like the animation in these movies. I like how it was presented because it was presented in a way that you would expect like a big budget Hollywood live action movie to kind of go down. Like I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, I overall think that this movie and heck even Sword of Storms, if you wanna, if you're walking
Hellboy movies,
yeah. I think you should see both of them. This is the first and last time I'm going to be recommending a not vampire movie during the year of the vampire, but watch Blood and Iron and watch Sword of Storms. I think they're both great movies.
Yeah, they're definitely worth watching.